Ladies and gentlemen, this is internet personality Vangelus here with a look at Arkham City Batman from the first wave of Mattel's DC Comics Multiverse line. When I first saw this stuff in the cabinet at New York Comic Con 2013, my interest was piqued. When I saw a bunch of them at Walmart, my wallet was loose. So here we are. Batman's sculpt is not bad. He's chillin' at the 4-inch scale, but all the suit's lines are present, along with the tech greeble of his boots and gauntlets. The head sculpt does a good job of getting across the game model's strong chin and scowling visage, though that's helped primarily by the piercing eyeball paint apps. Not bad for this scale at all, though I kinda had to dig a little bit to find one who looked good, and not, soulless in the eyes. Everything else paint-wise is dead boring, though. All of Batman's colors are there, but delivered as flatly as can be. The most interesting thing to point out is that Matty added thin silver zipper lines on some of his utility belt pouches, and there is an attempted darker gradient on his lighter gray suit paint, but it's both inconsistent from figure to figure and too imprecise to accomplish much of anything. So he's doing slightly better than the old Michael Keaton Batman suit because this Batman can turn his head left and right. It feels like a ball joint connection, but I cannot get very much nod out of him so much as just a little bit of inadvertent wiggle. His shoulders are lovely. These are big-ass pin disc joints, and they match the sculpt really well. They have a very excellent range of motion. Well done shoulders, sir. His elbows kind of are trash, because here they are straight, here they are bent. You don't even get 90 degrees, and it's mostly because his bicep is ramming into his forearm, and that seems more like a fault of the sculpt than anything else, because I don't know. Maybe this is the case where we're going to have that debate about sculpt over posability. I'm going to err on the side of posability here, because this severely limits what Batsy can do. He's also got a wrist swivel. Hooray. This hand looks like it wants to hold something, but he doesn't come with anything to hold, so I guess he's just, like, looking at it, thinking about dead parents. His waist is a simple cut joint. There is no abular joint whatsoever. I can overlook that on a figure this small. However, there's something missing here so far that's pretty key, and that's a bicep swivel. There is none. So between the lack of a bicep swivel and this really limited elbow joint, his arms, they have this great shoulder joint, and the rest of the arm kind of sucks. His hips have got the DCU-style joint where it's like a cut T-crotch thing, and then there's an outward swivel, like, in part of the T-cut. It's really clever. I like this. I'm really happy to see this on a smaller scale figure, and it's pretty well done. He's got thigh swivels, too. His knees, they can bend, thankfully, at least, like, just over 90 degrees. They don't have enough of a range overall between the knees and the legs. This guy can't really sit all that well, but at least he can do some stuff that looks vaguely action-y. He can do a rider kick, and, what else do you want? Probably plenty, like ankles, which he doesn't have, or, boot cuts, which he doesn't have. The last thing to really point out is this guy's cape. It's this very flexible sort of material, and it's actually quite excellent. This is one of the nicest, like, 4-inch scale capes I've seen that isn't cloth, because this has just the right balance of, like, give and flex, but stiffness. It's great. There are aspects of this guy that are great, but there are aspects that are trash, like his arms. Like, these arms are a great shoulder joint and a nothing else, and it really it hamstrings this dude. It really kills my excitement for him, especially when I look at similar pieces, with capes that have got not only a bicep swivel, but a mouth joint, joints in the abs, simple ball socket thing. I feel like opportunities were massively missed on this guy's posability, and it reduces him to being something that I could see as a very well done 4-inch kid's toy. Except he's got this enormous word emblazoned over his head on the package that reads like, Adult Collector! And I'm not seeing it, man. I am absolutely not. So I don't know what to say. His posability is serviceable, but to call it great, I feel would be somewhat generous. I love the idea of 4-inch DC Universe figures with sculpts as strong as Batman's, but his flat paintwork, flawed posability, and non-existent accessories are a huge drag. Yes, this guy runs $8 to $12 depending on your vendor and nationality, but when the sculpt itself resists some of the joints that are present on a man who is ostensibly wearing a body sock, I've got a frown. Also, the placement of Adult Collector atop the packaging gives me some incredibly mixed messages, given what I've got sitting on my desk now. It's great to see Mattel's DCU hip design on a smaller scale figure, but almost every other joint is flawed in a way that feels like they were downsized, but not double-checked. Color me disappointed. Anyway, this has been Internet Personality Vangelus, and hey, maybe Batman's the bad egg of the first wave. I'm willing to give this line another chance, which is an overdramatic way of saying that I bought 3 DC Multiverse dudes when I found them. I had to know!